NIO versus Tesla stock. Which stock will grow faster? Okay guys, so I just decided to record this kind of new comparison video. Tesla stock is absolutely crushing it. It completely broke out past a $300 level, and I was reading the comments and some of you guys asked me to kind of compare these two because Tesla seems to be the leader in the EV market in the North America, particularly the United States, and NIO seems to be the leader in China. So I thought I'd put a kind of compare and contrast these two companies and give you guys a hindsight on which will grow faster. So first off, let's just take a look at the year-to-date chart here. And as we can see here, Tesla's at $641 and NIO is at $45. So if we take a look at the returns year to date, we can see that NIO has actually outperformed Tesla by quite a margin. So NIO stock is up over 1,000% and Tesla stock is up 667%. So like I said, guys, I think these are both, if you're to buy two kind of EV stocks in the entire world, I think you can't go wrong by owning Tesla or NIO. I think you can buy actually both of them to kind of give you, exposure to the West, which is Tesla, and more exposure to the East, which is NIO. But in this video, we're going to actually break down the companies side by side, take a look at their revenue, their market cap, their deliveries, their charging stations, and all of this stuff, and give you guys kind of a side-by-side comparison on which I think will grow faster. Okay, so here we are on Google Sheets. So I kind of blew this up so you guys could see it better. So as you can see here, let's just go off the market cap. So currently NIO is around 61 billion and Tesla is over 600 billion. So literally in terms of market cap size, Tesla is 10 times larger than NIO. So obviously a lot of people have been making a lot of money on Tesla. If you guys are following my channel this year, I talked a lot about Tesla back in March and April. I thought the stock was just too cheap. And as you can see here, full disclosure, I own shares of both Tesla and NIO. So it's been an amazing ride for Tesla. NIO's kind of pulled back a bit. So a lot of people are kind of wondering which stock will grow faster. So let's just take a look. So right off the bat, it looks like that you're going to have more growth if you're buying NIO simply because the market cap is much smaller. So as the market cap gets larger and larger and larger, and like I said, Tesla is going to be including the S&P 500, it's going to be hard for them to grow at that same rate. Whereas with NIO, I think it will have a much faster organic growth rate just because it's a smaller market cap. So then if we take a look at 2020 deliveries, so these are the total deliveries from Q1 to Q3. That's not including what's going to happen at the end of 2020, just the first 3 quarters. NIO sitting just over 26,000 deliveries or so, and Tesla's sitting around 320,000. So as you can see here, Tesla's delivering over 10 times as many vehicles. Actually, it's more realistically close to 12 times as many vehicles. So they already have NIO beat on that front. And if we take a look at Q3 2020 revenue, we can see NIO did 666 million and Tesla did 8.7 billion. Once again, Tesla much further ahead. And as you can see here, charging stations. So this is basically the amount of charging stations that customers can charge their vehicles at. NIO has 143 as of Q3 2020. Tesla has over 2,000. So just take a look at these numbers, guys. It's clearly to see, I would say it really depends on your risk tolerance. So obviously, a lot of people are kind of scared with the whole House passing the bill that companies would have to be, audited by independent auditors, that are confirmed by the PCAOB. But the good thing about NIO is that they are audited by PricewaterhouseCoopers Zhongxiang. That's based in Beijing, and it's one of the approved independent auditors. So I don't think there's a problem with NIO's books. And then of course Tesla is, obviously becoming looks like America's favorite company of this of decade. NIO stock is crushed it, and there's so many YouTubers talking about how they basically bet the house on YouTube on Tesla stock and made a bunch of money. So just right off the bat, guys, looking at the numbers, I would say it really depends on your risk tolerance, which will grow faster. Probably NIO probably has more upside, but it's hard to ignore the consistency of Tesla. So just to give you guys a kind of an eye view, Apple is over $2 trillion in market cap. So even if Tesla were to reach $1 trillion in market cap, it's still got a lot of upside, and they still have a lot of products, especially that the Cybertruck planned in the future. And like I said, I actually downloaded the ChargePoint app. So I'm born and raised in Washington, D.C., and I downloaded the ChargePoint app. And when I was kind of looking around at some of the charging stations in D.C., it actually shows you which models had been charged last. And Tesla is by far the most popular car, Tesla Model 3, Model S, or whatever. So I would think that Tesla is probably the safer bet. I think you'll sleep better at night with Tesla. You'll know that, obviously the company's based out of the United States. They have factories in America. They're expanding all over the world. And it's kind of like Apple. It's like, do you want to buy Apple or do you want to buy another smaller, fast growing company? Well, if you buy Apple and you buy Tesla, you basically know your money's safe. And a good thing about a stock like Tesla is I think a lot of people that buy Tesla stock, they just continue buying it. So I've been checking out a lot of YouTubers that have bet the house on Tesla stock and they just continue adding to their positions. Sometimes they don't want to sell a single share. So that's a really good sign for Tesla. You've really got a lot of passionate shareholders that are in it for the long run. NIO's a little bit different. I think it's a little bit new to the market and people are kind of feeling it out, and it seems to have wild swings in price, but there's a lot of upside there. Just looking at the market cap, it needs to grow at least 10 times as much to reach where Tesla is currently. And obviously by the time NIO reaches 600 billion, Tesla will be well over $1 trillion. So now guys, let's take a look. Okay, so now guys, let's take a look at these stocks side by side. I'm going to give you guys kind of where I think they're going to head in the future. Well, I've been looking at the chart on Tesla. I think Tesla will continue to soar. Like I mentioned, a lot of the shareholders are on the higher end in terms of, what they want to do with the stock, meaning that, they're in it for the long run. So you got guys that have been buying Tesla stock hand over fist over the last 3 to 5 years, and they're not selling a single share because they think it's going to go to $1,000 or $2,000. NIO, on the other hand, I think that a lot of the shareholders are kind of looking to profit quickly. So you could see some wild swings in the price as we did recently when the stock shot up all the way and then it kind of crashed. So for me personally, which stock will grow faster? Just looking at, the growth rates, I think NIO has probably the bigger opportunity to grow faster, but I think Tesla's the safer stock. So in my opinion, I would say if you're just starting out with investing and you want to make a lot of money, I would say don't put all your money in one stock. I know a lot of YouTubers are like, 90, 95, 97% of their money in Tesla stock, and that works fine for them. But just because someone's doing it doesn't mean that's the best strategy for you. So me personally, I never put more than 20% in any stock, and maybe, that's probably not the best strategy, but I look at other portfolio managers like Catherine Wood and people like Warren Buffett, and usually, they never have more than 10% in any one stock. So for me, 20% is a nice range. So for me personally, I would just buy both, honestly. Obviously when we do comparisons, like I did with ChargePoint and Blink in the past, usually I lean towards the market leader, but NIO is such a fast growing brand and has such their CEO, he's a smart guy. When it comes to investing in a lot of these stocks, a lot of times it's very, very important to take a look at the CEO, because if the CEO is the founder of the company and he's like a young, charismatic, ambitious guy, then you know that this guy's going to get rich, right? He's going to make a lot of money. His net worth is going to skyrocket. So that's, I think, what you were doing with Elon Musk. You saw this young, smart guy. He's very, charismatic, and he can draw people's attention in. He doesn't have to spend money on advertising to get attention. He's on Twitter, he's in the public spotlight. So it's all this free advertising for his company. So if you had just trusted in Elon Musk and said, hey, this is a smart guy, he's brilliant, he's really bright, I'm going to just put my money with him, you would have made a lot of money. So I think that's the same thing what we're looking at with NIO. William Li, he's like considered the Elon Musk of China, and he's a really smart guy. He's very young. Like I said, I believe he's in his late 30s to early 40s. And a guy like that's a guy where by the time he's age 50, he's just, he's filthy rich. So like I said, I would think it would, for me personally, I own both of the stocks, but I think NIO will probably grow faster simply because China is the world's biggest EV market. And even though there's a few competitors there, even Tesla as well, I think NIO has such a strong brand and has like a cult following there. They even have like a personal club where if you own a NIO card, you can like get access to like a playhouse club where you can like sit down, like watch movies, like you take your kids to play in like a playground and stuff like that. So it's got a cult following in China. So in my opinion, I'd say buy both, guys. Buy both. If you get Tesla, you're going to do well. If you get NIO, you're going to do well. Both these stocks are really high quality. So I hope you guys enjoyed this comparison. Like I said, guys, please smash the like button if you enjoy my videos, and hit the red subscribe button as well to receive future updates when I kind of talk about more EV stocks. I cover lots of high growth industries, but I think renewable energy EV stocks are going to be some of the biggest gainers in this decade. And also make sure you guys get my daily stock watch list. I post my favorite 5 to 10 stocks Monday through Friday. Just click the link in the description below or go to investortrip.com/newsletter to get that every trading day. So that's it. Until next time, guys, take care.